think anyone's ever told you that getting fit is not the answer to become confident. You will look different, you will feel better, I hope. Nowadays we're chasing a glow up. Like, all of us are like, oh yeah, once I go to the gym, once I get that body, I'm gonna feel good, I'll be confident, I can wear what I want. And sure, you can have that, it can happen, and it does. I feel like it has partly happened to me. After losing all the weight that I wanted to lose, I do feel a lot more confident. I do feel good. But I've realized how these good feelings that I have gotten after losing the weight aren't necessarily from the weight loss. They're more from how I have started to kind of speak to myself in the process. I feel like for the longest time, the language I used to talk to myself and to talk about myself to others as well, it wasn't very nice, okay? And you might relate to it. I feel like, we don't really realize it. Like, we do it as a habit, I guess. Like, everyone kind of does it around me as well. Like, you make fun of our bodies. We make fun of the things that we are able to do and not able to do. It's so normal to say bad things about yourself, especially to others. Like, it's such a normal thing. Everyone just does it without, realizing. And I feel like that's the one thing that can actually change your life and help you reach the goal that you want. Because sure, you can chase the body, you can chase the big glutes, but once you get it, if you haven't changed the way you speak to yourself, it won't mean anything. It literally won't make any difference. You'll still feel as bad as you did before reaching your goal. And I feel like I have caught myself in these kind of moments sometimes, because I have improved a lot. I do speak to myself a lot better. Like, I use nicer words towards myself, but sometimes I don't. Like everyone, like we mess up sometimes. And then when I do mess up, I realize the effect it has. It just has like a little domino effect. Like, once you say something really silly, like if I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wear that because look at my belly, it's so fluffy right now. um, like, it looks really weird from the side. And I'm not saying, when you say these things you're wrong, or like you're right or wrong. I don't want to, it's not about that. You should be a bit more mindful of the language that you use, of the words that you choose to describe yourself. It's fun and jokes, but when it's too much, it's just rude, okay? Like, imagine you say that to someone else. Like, you keep saying it. Like, you say once, okay, haha, sure. But if you say it like 5 times, like, if you tell me 5 times that my belly's big as a joke, I'm gonna cry. Like, I'll probably cry after the first time. Imagine 5 times. So I feel like the first step, like the first thing to do if you want to know how to kind of change your language, is to catch yourself in those moments. I'm not saying like, it's something that's going to happen overnight. It's very difficult. It's something that you have to be very aware of and very intentional. But the first thing to do is realizing when you say things, and even write it down when you do, like on your notes. The more you notice it, the more you realize how sometimes we can be very nasty towards ourselves. And most of the times you probably would have been okay if you just said nothing. So before even like correcting your language, you can try to not say anything, or pause before you do, because then that little pause is going to make you actually think about the word you want to say next. And hopefully, slowly you start changing those negative words to positive ones. Okay? I feel like I'm making it sound a lot easier than it is. It's really hard, but I just feel like I got to a point where like I was just tired of everything, and like I was doing all this stuff at the gym, and I'm being consistent, I'm eating healthy, I'm doing everything correct, and nothing's changing. And then I started like catching myself saying things to people and saying things to myself that did not align with the things that I was doing, right? So this is where I guess the juice is. So like the things I was saying weren't aligning with my actions. And I feel like that kind of stalled me, because like it was just making me stay on that same level. Because sure, I was going, I was improving with my exercise, with my food. I was getting better at like, at lifting heavier. But then I was speaking to myself in an angry way. And I was putting myself down, and that just, it just caused friction, and we weren't moving. We weren't going anywhere. I wasn't going anywhere. I literally, like, I stayed on the same weight for 3 years because of literally the way I was speaking to myself. And once I started changing that, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. I'm not even like over exaggerating. The weight dropped like in the span of 2 months. Like, I lost so much weight so quickly that I was bamboozled, because I was like, what? And I couldn't figure it out for a long time. I was literally like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I being able to do this right now? And what's happening? This was one of the things I think that helped me the most. I stopped literally, like, every time I would say something, try to like, make fun of myself, I would pause and be like, no, Sharon, we don't think that we're just a fat cow. We don't think that anymore. And this applies to everything, like, especially food. I feel like I've always been one of those people that kind of like joke about food, like, oh yeah, like, I could eat 10 chocolate bars right now. I'm so hungry. I could eat all of that right now. I would give my life for a piece of cake. I slowly stopped saying things like that, and like I started switching it. And if it was too late, like I already said it, I would be like, oh, I said that. I shouldn't have said that, but it's okay. Because we are trying not to be that person anymore. I dare you to try this. I can vouch. Like I said, like I wasn't even being dramatic, but it literally changed the game for me. Because now I don't say horrible things to myself. Like, I don't say about myself to other people. And that has also helped how I get perceived by other people. I feel like, for a while I thought, oh my God, like people are being nicer to me because I lost the weight, because I look a bit prettier than before. Maybe, sure, maybe that can happen. I don't know. But I feel like for the most part, it was like I was speaking to myself with kind and friendly and nice words. And that's what I was getting from other people as well. Because, why would someone else be horrible to me if I am not horrible to me? What? Like, if I hate myself, if I don't like the things I want to do, why would anyone else like me? I've always had this feeling that like people had problems with me, or like they didn't like me, or they were judging me, and I would wonder why no one's talking to me, or things like that. And I'm realizing now that probably a lot of it was because of the way I used to see myself. I used to see myself not worthy of like other people's kindness because I wasn't nice to myself in the first place. Just to conclude things, I guess, just watch. Try it for a few days and just watch how other people react to you. And just watch the things you end up doing once you say nice things. I've thought about this before, but I would never speak the way I spoke to myself to a child. Okay, like if I had to tell a kid, like, that you've done something wrong, I wouldn't make them feel horrible about it. Because what's that gonna do apart from making them feel horrible? Nothing. Literally, it's not gonna make them any better, right? I think we should know that by now, okay? So imagine you speaking to yourself as if you were a kid, okay? It sounds really cheesy because like everyone on the internet is going on about fixing your inner child, like loving your inner child. But it's that I kind of agree with that. I feel like it does help a lot. Imagining yourself as a kid. I would remember like how grown-ups have treated me unfairly when I was a child, and how horrible that was. For just what? For not being able to do a task, for not being able to do something well. Would I do that to someone else? Would I do that to another kid? Would I do that to another grown-up? No, right? No, I hope you don't, because if you do, I don't know why you're watching this. You're weird. Leave. But yeah, talk to yourself as if you're a kid. If it helps, put like a picture of you as a child on your phone and look at it every time you're about to say something nasty about yourself. And hopefully, slowly, you'll stop talking like that to yourself, and you'll get the things that you want because you deserve them. Okay, I hope you do. Unless you're, like I said, don't be a prick. Okay, because then you don't deserve nothing. Okay, but yeah, I hope this helped. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just be nice. Be nice to others and be nice to you more than you want to be nice to others. Because, you know, why the hell you being so nice to other people and not being able to say no to them to certain things, but you can't do that to yourself? Why? Why? Like, tell me why? Huh?